Hi guys, this is Trimmer Carlson. In today's video I'm going to give you my review of episode 3 of How I Met Your Mother season 1. the Liberty Bell lover boy dopes, and a ringless jelly, a ringless jelly fight. Here we go, guys. I love this episode because we get to go outside. Because Ted gets out of New York. Gets out of New York. Yes. So here we go, guys. I love this episode first because, again, like I just said, it's the first episode. It's the first episode out of New York. Out of New York, technically. Because, so here's the deal. Ted, Marshall, and Lily want to go. They have a routine. They love to stick to that fun routine. Go to McLaren's every night and have a drink. But Barney doesn't wanna go. He wants to do something new. And he offers Ted to something new, something more fun, extremely more fun than going to McLaren's, which McLaren's is not a bad place to go, but Barney wants to, expand Ted's fun horizon. But every time that Barney offers to have more fun or extend Ted's fun radar, some bad stuff happens. Some bad funny stuff happens. And so eventually Barney says, "Ted, come on. Look at me. I'm going to unstuck you in your unstuck you from that normal safe fun zone that you're in." And so Barney offers Ted to go to Philadelphia. That they go to Philadelphia. Meanwhile, Ted is like, "Why don't you ask Marshall? Because to join us. Why? Because then Barney says because he's getting he's doing he's getting love Jedi. He's using his love. He's getting connected with his love force, if you know what I mean, guys. With Lily at a very consistent rate. And Ted, you need this. I'm going to unstuck you or get you out of your normal fun zone. And eventually Barney convinces Ted that he should go. But at this point, Ted doesn't know that they're going to Philadelphia. And so Ted asks Barney, "Where are we going?" And Barney says Philadelphia. And he tells Esteban, his taxi driver, to close the doors. And eventually, both Ted and Barney arrive at the New York airport. But here's the catch. Here's the catch. Here's the funny catch. Barney was going to pick up someone at the airport. Yes, pick someone up at the airport. Like literally pick someone up at the airport. And Ted was like, you meant pick someone up at the airport? And then Barney goes into this convoluted, funny plan that both him and Ted pose as international businessmen that have come to and that have come to that have come back from a lucrative trip to Japan, and they are trying to show some two girls that are visiting New York the sights and sounds of the Big Apple, or the Big Apple Pie, meaning the Big Apple. And eventually, Barney pushes Ted, and Ted crashes into a suitcase, and Ted sticks the landing, and eventually, Barney and Ted score with both girls that are actually going to Philadelphia. But here's the thing. Then Barney says to these two girls that he and Ted, the lucrative businessman that just came back from a lucrative trip from Japan, are actually going to Philadelphia. So that's a big Rocky of a lie. That's a big Balboa of a lie. And eventually, Barney says, before they take off to Philadelphia, to Ted, loosen up. It's time for you to unclick your seatbelt of normal fun, and time for you to sit upright in the upright position. But then a flight attendant stops Barney from actually going walking down the plane corridor. Then by this time, and here's the second part of this episode, because this is a two part episode. So here's the second part. Lily and Ramen have been trying to hang out, just the two of them by themselves at the bar at McLaren's. They go out to have some drinks by themselves. Meanwhile, Marshall is doing some homework. So Lily has this idea. Lily has this idea that she still has the ability to get some guys' attention as last hurrah. as the last single Lily hurrah. And obviously she 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 had this idea and she completes it. She goes through with it. But here's the deal. But here's the problem. Each guy that passes by around the and around and that walks towards Lily and Robin go after Robin. So Lily so Robin suggests Robin su- so Lily so Lily so Lily Lily calls Marshall, who's on his way to Philadelphia because after the seatbelt sign on the on the plane where uh, Ted and Barney are in on their way to Philadelphia. Both Ted and Barney go, walk to the corridor and start talking to the girl that they that they bumped into. And these two awesome girls and pretty looking girls just just stick 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 a dagger in Barney's Barney's cheese cheese steak Philly Philly steak of a plan, and both girls say that we're going down to Philadelphia to visit our linebacker boyfriends who play for the Philadelphia Eagles. And Ted is like, "Oh, really great! Oh, really great! Both they're linebackers." And of course, but then the police the police the police arrest Barney and Ted for some reason, and Ted finds out at the police airport interrogation room at the airport that Barney has been hiding in suitcases, has been going to the airport a lot, and been hiding in suitcases that are not his, and that's how he's been traveling all around the country, hiding in suitcases in some contorted way, like he gets in a contorted position. I don't know. They don't go into detail, but how he does it. But that's how Barney gets to his destination, because he doesn't want to travel and land and travel the normal way, which is how we travel. And Ted tells the policeman that yes, that this was a convoluted plan by my friend Barney to pick up girls at the airport. Actually, pick them up, not pick them up and take them, and take them home. Take them home and 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 just to stay at their home and like a guest, but actually pick them up, and that's it. But the policeman told Ted that we have discovered or we have discovered your friend's bag or luggage, and my team and two of my officers are going to open are going to open your friend's suspicious bag. By this time, by this time, at the same time, Marshall 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 gets the call from Lily, and Lily asks Marshall, I'm not getting anyone's attention and that is not you. And Marshall says, Lily, you're not getting attention because you have a ring. You have your engagement ring on that I gave to you. That I gave to you. And Lily's like, you're right, Marshmallow. And Lily asks, can I take it off? And Marshall's like cool about it, and he says, sure, you can take it off and do your last hurrah. And Lily, just to be safe, says, are you sure you're not gonna get super sticky jealous over random guys, hitting on me? And Marshall's like, no, I'm cool with it. You and Robin have fun. But then Marshall starts to get choked up like a jealousy choke, a jelly choke, not peanut butter and jelly, not the peanut butter and jelly kind of choke, but jealousy choke. And he's like, no. He starts to actually kind of loses his breath, and he can't breathe because he's jealous. But anyway, meanwhile, after getting themselves clear and out of trouble thanks to Barney gets has without Ted knowing, he starts a conversation. Barney starts a conversation with Sasha, an airport security worker, and eventually Barney convinces Sasha to invite him and Ted to her house and have some drinks. And Ted is like, no, we're going home. Ted is like, we're going home. And then Marshall's like, what about our adventure? What about our bro love adventure? And Ted's like, no, we're going back home. We're going back home. And so Ted and Barney eventually eventually, Barney drags poor Ted to Sasha's house, where Sasha's where Sasha where Sasha's grandpa where Sasha grandpa is sleeping, and so they have to be quiet, and they instead of like you know hard alcohol, they have a hard time with lemons. Mike's lemonade, and then Barney's talking to one of Sasha's friends who is also a security guard, but a different type of security guard for a special a for a historical site, meaning the Liberty Bell. And Barney says, have you ever licked the Liberty? Have you ever licked the Have you ever licked the Liberty Bell? And Sasha's friend says no. Sasha's security guard friend says no, who works at the Liberty Bell. Estoy haciendo mi video, pa. At the Liberty Bell says no. So Barney says, really? I bet if someone would do that, like the Liberty Bell, that would be legend. Wait for it, dairy. And then of course Ted is like, no, we're not going to lick the Liberty Bell. I want to go back home. And Marty says, no, Ted. Come on, Ted. No, please. No. And Ted is like, no, Barney, we're not going to Liberty Bell. We're not going to lick the Liberty. We're not going to lick the Liberty Bell. I want to go home. Then Barney gets all deep and he says to Ted, fine, we can go home. We can go home, but without you, I'm just the dynamic Uno. And when we're together, just the both of us, we're the dynamic duo. And I thought licking the Liberty Bell would be fun, and would take you out of your normal safe fun zone or box. And eventually Ted says, all right, we will go lick the Liberty. We will go lick the Liberty Bell. Lick the Liberty Bell. And Barney says, good, because we're here. And guys, they actually licked the Liberty Bell, and according to Ted, the Liberty Bell tastes like pennies, a lot of pennies. And that's when Ted realized why he hanged out with Barney, because you never knew what you would get by hanging out with Barney, even though it might get you into trouble with the law or doing something dumb and dopey. So with that being said, guys, that's how this Liberty Loverboy Jelly dopish episode of How I Met Your Mother season 1 episode 3 ends. So with that being said, guys, thank you for watching. remember to leave a like and let me know in the comments. Would you lick the Liberty Bell if you had the opportunity, or would you actually pick up someone at the airport? And would you tell a Balboa of a lie to get one of your best friends involved and take him to a, a different state besides Philadelphia? That isn't Philadelphia. Where would you take your friend to? What state? So with that being said, guys, thank you for watching. Again, please remember to hit the like button, and until we Liberty again. Bye.